And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. We're wearing our costumes. We hope you are too. Happy Halloween as 2K Sports presents the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. And it's tough enough to win in this league when you're at full strength. Missing one of your stars for an extended time makes it even harder.
Down a star player, as long as that continues to be the case, they'll have to find a way to compensate.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Reza Shea is out there with Tatum. Then it's Derek Lively. Then there's Anthony Black. And for Atlanta, Jermaine O'Neal out there with Dominique Wilkins. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Eaton in at the 5 spot. And with another season just getting underway, Tim, what kind of things are you looking for as you watch? Here courtside early on here in the season.
You want to see which players have made the progression in the offseason, added things to their games, particularly those young players that you know have a lot of potential. Have they added shooting range? Have they added things to their handle and give them a little bit more escapability?
Young, no good. Now Black. From deep. Good on the three-point shot.
Great idea to get your secondary scorers involved early. This helps keep everybody engaged.
And it gives the defense a lot more to think about.
Here's Eaton. Lively defending. Pocket 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And the rejection by Lively. Celtics passing it around. Here's Tatum. Rebound, Wilkins.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at himself for missing that one, especially considering the defense didn't really affect him.
The shot's good from Eaton.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
O'Neal with the steal. Aguiar passes to Young. Black grabs the board.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Now, here is Young. 11 points last game. Here's Eaton. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
And that is a high-quality shot. You will take it every time from that close.
Tim, it feels like the bigger the stakes, the better we're going to see Trae Young play.
Well, Kevin, he's had his moments in the playoffs, and he embraces the spotlight, home or away. He won't shy from being the villain. That's the kind of chip he plays with.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, easy call.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws tonight, the first trip to the stripe in this one.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Here's Black. Pass to Reza Shea. Up top, Lively. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Black. No good with the triple. The Hawks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. He set the screen. Here's Aguilar. Great D that time from Tatum. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Well, they couldn't buy a bucket at times, and that's frustrating, and that game was not their friend.
Yeah, it happens, though. The bad shooting can become contagious, and it started spiraling and couldn't get out of it.
It's hauled in by Trae Young.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Jason Tatum keeping the main thing the main thing. He said there are players that get caught up in the lifestyle, and they choose that over the game. The money is a plus, yes, but I truly love the game because I love basketball, not for the things that come with it. Back to you, Kevin.
You'll love to hear it. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. And he knocks down the first one. Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable of playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And so Tatum nails them both.
And one of the responsibilities with being a great player is making free throws.
Pass to White. Over to the wing. Thompson outside. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Black with it. Still scoreless. And scored by Okongwu. To Marbury. Six to shoot. Rebound Boston. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season, and quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to.
Now here's Tatum. Trying to claw his way back after a terrible showing in that loss to Detroit. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
It's White on the wing. From the arc. Black grabs the board. Austin leading by 4. Rice kicks to Black. Tatum with the screen on White. Banked in off the glass. 5 points in the game.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Marbury. No scoring in this one. Out left to the wing. Okongwu, the pass to Marbury. Shoots over Black. No good there off the double clutch.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
They get it again. Tatum. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Here's White. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. He's covered by Thompson. From deep three-point land. That one doesn't drop. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Celtics. They're up by 8. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And that's where their advantage is. Throw the ball inside, make it difficult for the defense to make some decisions.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. They've got Anderson, and it's Rice in at the four-man position. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Boston. Hey, Tim, what are some of the keys to sticking around for role players fighting to remain at the NBA level?
Well, if you are a role player in this league, you need to understand. You need to work at everything, but be exceptional at something. And I think that's the key. Growing up, all of these guys were stars. Now you've got to fit in and understand on a given night what your role is.
And your thing, your sensational aspect was your three-point shooting.
You've got to do it better than anybody else, Kevin. It's got to be at an elite level because there are guys out there waiting to take your job.
And you were elite.
And he's a very good mid-range shooter, but the defense was all over him there, making that a very difficult shot.
Here's Lively. Celtics passing it around. Pass to Rizichet. Here's Ryder. Three-pointer on the way. Thompson up top, defended by Anderson. Now Rizichet. Scoreless thus far. Lively sends a screen for Rizichet. Lively's shot is off.
Well, the defense challenged him just enough to force that miss. They really collapsed when he got close to the rim.
Young inside. And Lively pulls it down. Here's Rizichet. He's defended by Wilkins.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Pass to Thompson. Aguilar, defended by Anderson. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Now, Rizichet. Over to the left wing. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Young outside. Pass to Eaton. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. Eaton's got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, such a selfless player. I love how Young stays consistent in how he involves his teammates.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. O'Neal check in for Thompson. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition team. The Celtics second.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Celtics leading by 5. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Park. The three. Busted. No good that time either. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And O'Neal gets it to go. Here's Ryder. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Ricochet. Lively sets a screen for Ricochet. Plenty of daylight on that shot. And the Celtics lead by 6.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Pass to Ricochet. Shot clock at 6. Rebound, Wilkins. Wilkins has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Aguilar. Boston grabs the miss. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game marks the start of a 5-game homestand, longest of the season.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Boston ends up going with a new group. The Hawks trail by 6. Pass to Peterson. Here's Marbury. The crossover, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
What's up?
Every so often, Tim, you heard the term defensive anchor. What defines one in the way you look at the game?
Well, I think it's that player that's on the back line, protecting the rim, but also able to see the entire floor. That is where your best communicator often resides.
How did you grade your defensive abilities when you played?
I battled, Kevin. You're going to have to kill me to stop me. That's the way I looked at it.
And Boston has possession. Jermaine O'Neal missing his last shot. Pass to Rice. O'Neal with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 3. Here's Peterson. Guarded by Tatum. And he gets the bucket.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
There's a good screen. 1:24 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Rice. Peterson grabs the miss. For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Boston's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Black kicks to Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Rice. Fires for 3. And Jermaine O'Neal pulls it down. Atlanta shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's White. Knocks down the three ball. White's got the lead up to 2 now for the Hawks.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Rice. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
Here's Marbury. Black defending. Marbury, good. Marbury's got 5.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Well, he saw the opportunity and he went for it. I love his competitiveness.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Hawks lead by 2. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder, and Coach, you're getting stops in the first half. What do you attribute to that?
Well, we're playing hard, scrambling, picking up our effort, trying to be precise and disciplined and talk, and not resting on our laurels at any point.
Hopefully you can remain active on the defensive end in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in just a moment.
Hey folks, welcome. The Atlanta Hawks find themselves here in a close one at the half.
This bench, they've been destructive. High energy, attacking like torpedoes.
Rising from the depths, 20,000 points from under the sea.
I see where you're going, but check this out. Making big waves out there, Ernie.
Ooh, well done. And as we turn our focus to the featured game, we had a couple of centers really hammering it out in that first half.
This reminds me of how the league was in my time. Amazing battles at the center position most nights. Kenny could attest to that.
No, I like it is now, brother. Man, them threes flying up and those big men sitting on the bench.
Yeah, I'm going to sit you on your bench.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. We've got Jermaine O'Neal, also Wilkins out there, and it's Eaton in at the 5 down low. Here's Black. Nothing on the board. And here's Young. Pass to O'Neal. A 3-ball. Black grabs the board. Black's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now Reza Shea, defended by Wilkins. Tatum with a screen on Wilkins. Driving inside. Tatum's shot is off.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Young now, top of the key. That one goes in. Young's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Hawks.
And defensively, you have to stay connected to Young at all times.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, that's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
The Hawks leading by 4. Here's Aguilar. Offline with his 3. Boston's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Tatum with it. And Young picks him up defensively. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Thompson, he's checked in for O'Neal. We know about the length and the athleticism, Tim, of Leifert. But what do you like about his skill and maybe the way he sees the game?
Yeah, this league has seen a lot of guys with that type of length and athletic ability, but what sets him apart, he's got great instincts for where to get open, instincts how to rebound, where the ball is coming off, and then also, I just think his conditioning level is very high.
Clock is at 3. No good on the 3.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Tatum with the screen on Young. The kick out to Tatum. Boston, no good that time either.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
And pushing it up, here's Boston. It's Black in the corner. Hits it from three-point range.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Pass to Thompson. Aguilar guarded by Rizachet. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. You know, the pregame routine is something I know you embraced, and we see that with guys like Curry and Durant. We've heard a lot about what they do. What was the most important part of your pregame regimen, Tim?
Well, you know, Kevin, for me, I was really going to be judged based on catch and shoot percentages. Can I get off threes and can I make threes? So for me, it was all about high volume three-point shooting before the game, getting comfortable from every spot on the floor where I may get a shot.
And same routine every game?
Every game, same thing. And I made sure, of course, I finished on that make.
Wow. And so Young nails them both.
And Young, a fiery competitor, someone who enjoys getting under the skin of opposing players.
Isley with the screen. They get the rebound. Here's Rizachet. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Rizachet's got 6.
And we're playing about as much defense as they did there. Not nearly enough.
They set the pick. Young passes to Eaton. And Boston with the rebound. Lively's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Rizachet. And again, Boston with the triple.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Now, here is Young. Great positioning on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 1.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Rizachet. Yep, that one goes in there. Rizachet's got 8 here in the quarter. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
Start getting loud and give a big welcome to your Hawks Ball.
Boston making a switch here. Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. Derek Lively, number 1.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
And Atlanta has possession. Here's Wilkins. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Wilkins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, he is quick off his feet and really stronger than he looks. Wilkins can burn you in that painted area.
Lively with it. Pass to Black. 5 to shoot. This one for 3. Rebound by the Hawks.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Reza Shea finds Black. Here's Reza Shea. Light covering. And that one's good. Reza Shea. Reza Shea's got 13.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Here's Marbury. Black defending. Offensive rebound. Wilkins passes to Marbury. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. To the inside. Stolen by Lively. And Reza Shea, the bucket on the assist by Lively. And now it's a 3-point Boston lead. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And I'd say offensive rebounding has also been a big factor as well. And not just getting the boards, but more importantly, converting those into second chance points.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Here's Wilkins. Count that one. He's got 6. 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Rice. Back to Black. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Rice, no good. The Hawks trail by 3. Right the pass to O'Connell. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Reza Shea. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Celtics out in front, up 3. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for Boston, we've got Derek Lively. Anthony Black is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Rice in at the small forward.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I'm surprised because he's a guy you have to key on for something like that. You can't let him get one that easy.
Now here's Tatum. Shots good by Rice.
And he makes it look so easy. Rice's fluid shooting form really helps him on those long-range missiles.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Second, team first. Sammy, 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And so he hits both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Lively with the screen. Takes the three, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
To the right side. Here's Marbury. Black defending. Here's the drive. And it's Marbury missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that position. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
Here's Aguilar. That shot is off. Celtics leading by 7. Puts up a deep three. They get it back. Lively. And finished off by Lively.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback shot.
Leaving some skin on the floor. Those are pure hustle points.
And it's good for 2.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. And the Hawks making a change here. Young's checked in. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle, and they told the team, let's keep doing what we're doing. We're up. Do not forget that. They told their team to just relax, to have fun, and to finish this one out. We'll see if they do, guys.
And Allie, thanks so much.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Jermaine O'Neal, 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. That one misses. Celtics leading by 7. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jermaine O'Neal. That is his first foul of the game. To the wing on the left. Now Black. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
That's just unlucky. You don't mind him taking that shot at all.
And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Rebound by the Hawks.
Well, he's not having as much success shooting the ball early as he wanted, but so far, it's not hurting their team performance.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Here's Black. Eaton grabs the miss. Eaton's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Four on the shot clock. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Wilkins is checked in for the Hawks. Boston also with a sub. Rizachet checked in.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Hawks trail by 5. Please hit in off the window.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Not that time. It won't go.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And with each miss, you can feel him pressing just a little bit more.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
And at the right time, they could have let this game get away from them, but they never stopped believing.
Now Lively. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Well, I think that was a product of the pressure. Take your eye off the ball for just a second, and it can lead to a turnover.
This possession gives them a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, they don't want to let this one slip away. Clearly a foul.
Two shots.
So the first one drops, and that ties the game up. And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
Well, that shows great poise from the free throw line, especially at this stage in the game.
Got a hand on it.
And having Eden protecting the rim, that's about the same as building a brick wall around the basket. Just nothing gets over him. What an intimidator down low.
58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's tipped. Here's Rizachet. Tatum setting the pick for Rizachet. Just fine on the clock. Oh, Tatum, that was something else.
That is world class.
What a huge shot at this point in the game.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Rebounded by Lively. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Guys, what are their best options now?
You know, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
I am really curious to see what he's got in store here.
And they're in position to take the lead.
And how big would a bucket be at this stage of the game. And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And he misses the second one as well, so he's 0 for 2 that time. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Had to foul on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Puts it up from deep. Missed on the 3. And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Trey, you guys had a look in your eyes tonight. How sad.
Oh, terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This